Alright folks, we're back again. This is Tim the Tool Man with Car Show and Tell. And we're here again working on the Kia. And when last you left us, we're still working on this front suspension, trying to get it disassembled. And it's fighting me every step of the way, basically. Our strut fork retainer, aka sway bar end link combination, was stuck fast in the lower control arm bushing. The shaft wouldn't come out. Couldn't get it out with a hammer. Usually you can just pound them out with a hammer and a drift. It's not working this time. So I tried my big C-clamp in a couple of sockets to try to push it out. Didn't meet any success in that attempt. So I had to regroup and come up with a different idea. And that was when I thought up my ball joint service kit. It's a big C-clamp like instrument with some different accoutrements that help press ball joints in and out. And if it's tough enough to do that, then hopefully it'll be tough enough to get this bolt out of this bushing. A lot of you might say, well, why don't you put the nut on the end of it and twist it? And you can't do that to try and loosen it up because it's inside of a rubber bushing with a steel sleeve through the center. And any force, any twisting force you impart on that center shaft is going to be transferred to the rubber of that bushing. And I really don't feel like destroying the bushing. If I can save it, I will. And putting pressure on one end and just trying to force it through and force it out, I think would probably be the best alternative. So I've got my ball joint set out here and we're going to get to work. So follow along. I got my all-wheel drive shaft, or four-wheel drive, or whatever you want to call it, CV shaft, tied up out of the way with a bit of rubber strap, so I can hopefully keep that out of my way while I attempt to extract this thing. Hopefully I can keep it out of my eye too as I lean forward. So I have the shaft that's stuck in the bushing. I have the washer for the shaft here, or what's left of it after I cut through the end to get the strut fork off. So pop that over. Got one of my bushings here for my ball joint service kit. Slide that over the end. I have my ball joint tool. It's hollow on the end, so hopefully this shaft will just push right through it. I'm going to slide this over and turn it so I can get a good view. Tighten this down. And have a ratchet in the socket. Let's see how far I get. I've been spraying it down with penetrating oil to hopefully loosen it up. We'll see how that works. I'm going to put a little bit more on, just for good measure. There we go. Why don't I do that? Should have done that before I got started. Didn't think of it. I have no idea if it's even moved at all or not in that last attempt. The only other notion that I can come up with to extract this sucker would be to start drilling it, which would be a ton of effort. Not so sure I would want to get that involved. anybody wants to keep tabs, he could tell me how many licks it takes to get to the center of this Tootsie Pop. Oops. Not quite centered up. It's starting to slide off the end. Let's see if I can get that centered up a little bit better. See if this is greased. Make sure that's got some lube in it. Before I go cranking it too hard. Something to lube it. But better than what you have right in front of you, I guess. I could think of a million better things, a million other things I'd rather be doing right now, but this is what it takes, and this is what I gotta do. Man, maybe that was progress. It's moving. One pop at a time, but it's moving. Holy crap, it's working. Now I've got to the bushing in the middle. So I'm going to have to put a socket or something in there to continue to push through. Well, I'm glad something worked, finally. You see we got a little progress. It was about even with this before. We got some movement out of it. All right, now put that back in. One way or the other, I don't care. What do I have sitting here? 10 millimeter. I haven't lost enough of these. Let's try that. Looks like it should fit. I'll start off with a short one for now. Once I've reached the end of that, I'll get a deep socket and put that in. Back out. There we go. Hey, come on, you sucker. Trying to get it lined up with both the bushing and the end of my arbor here, or screw, whatever you want to call it. Let's come out. This isn't the easiest thing to do with slippery rubber gloves either. Well, Well, Tim, maybe if you wouldn't use so much penetrating lubricant. Yeah, I hear you. I know. If I had tighter fitting gloves. Should have gloves on that fit like Freddie Mercury's pants. Unfortunately, I'm recycling used rubber gloves from work because I'm cheap. Use whatever I have available. Still not centered up. Nobody said it was going to be easy, but damn. Nobody said it was going to be this hard either. I think it's a cold place on. Just gonna go for it. Yeah, it's on the center. It's on the center, pushing. It's a tight fit. I wish I had something that would pilot on this shaft. Maybe I'll delete this part, or not delete it, edit it. You know what I meant. This is boring, watching me trying to get this thing to work. Sorry if you're bored. You should get out here and try it. Then you won't be bored. You'll just be, frustrated like I am. That looks, nope, that won't work either. Maybe. But Tim, why would you want to ruin another 10mm socket? Anybody who's in the know knows that every mechanic, whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, you always have to have extra 10mm sockets because they just disappear. Nobody knows where they go. They just vanish. It looks to be moving through the center of the shaft. Ish. Just a little bit. Holy hell. Everybody wants to know why I don't have a gym membership. This is why. Would a gym membership probably be? Would a gym membership be less painful? Probably. Probably. Hi, Benny.
Hi, Dad.
What's the matter?
I was riding the bike, and Henry scared me. I was surprised. I fell on top of the bike.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it just hurt a lot.
Did you bring the bicycle home?
No, after that, Henry just took it.
That wasn't nice.
Yeah, and after that, I didn't really feel like riding.
You know, I can understand why you wouldn't want to. You gonna play Legos? Yeah. Okay. It has moved a slight amount more. There we go. Yeah. Let's see. That 10mm socket actually doesn't fit through the bushing. Yep, it's slightly larger in diameter than the inside of that bushing. So, let's try something different. Came out unscathed. No damage to the 10mm socket. Fantastic. Perhaps an 1/8 drive 11mm socket will do the trick. Or perhaps not. We can try. It won't. It will not. But how do I have this thing moving? I wonder if a hammer and a drift might do the job. Got a drift and a hammer. Let's give it a whack.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
See if I can get a cup of noodles.
You go for it, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Maybe not. What else could I try? Give me a moment to think. 10mm is too long. 1/8 drive deep socket is too, 10mm is too short. 1/8 drive deep socket's too long. There must be another way. Be right back. There's a short wide bolt. Not sure what it came from, but try that. Not particularly interested in keeping said bolt, so why not? It's been sitting around my hardware for God knows how long. Let's try that. I think that'll do the trick. Of course. Center this up. Put the bolt back. Put a little pressure on it. Okay. There we go. We're moving again. It's getting steadily easier the further it goes. Retract this. And we'll try our 11mm socket again. Wherever it went. Oh, it's right in front of me. Huh? Of course. I can get another 5/8 of an inch out of that. I can feel it starting to come out of the other side of my ball joint press. That's a good sign. Alright, and we're moving again. Fantastic. If you don't have one of these ball joint presses, you can rent one from, well, whatever local parts store is close to you if you're in the United States, and I guess Canada. Extract my socket. What else do I have? Try hammer and adrift again. Let's see. I still can't tell if it's moving at all when I hit it. He thinks not. Those sockets will be too fat, too wide to fit. Yes. Those will not work. Maybe I can find a longer bolt. Hang tight. We'll see how that works. Washer, adapter, press, bolt, and let's tighten this. Off we go again. Variable increasing lengths of things to cram down the center of our bushing and extract our shaft with. It's getting tougher again. Oh. Center this up on the end of my bolt. Okay. Lubricate it and go again. This is tiring. Still a little further to go. I've reached the head of that bolt, and it's still not free. Lord almighty. He thinks if I cram a bolt on the end of that, or cram a socket on the end of that bolt, it'll get jammed in there. Let's find out. Round, I don't know, 12, I lost count. It's gotten easier now. Maybe it'll finally come. Nope, it's up again. Oh, thank goodness. There we go. It's out. Oh. There we go. And yes, my socket is jammed on the end of that bolt. Yep, it is definitely well embedded in there. Oh, I'll take that to the vise and pound my bolt out of it. Lovely. There you have it, folks. Another step in the process. Another step down. And I need a beer. So, I think I'll say goodbye for now. This has been Car Show and Tell. I'm Tim the Tool Man. Hope you enjoyed what you've seen. And learn what you can do or what not to do. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Ring my bell. I've had my bell rung a few times. That's probably why I'm doing things like this. So, Enjoy. God bless.